Have you been waking up more than twice a night to pee after turning 70? You're not alone, and it's more serious than you might think. Many older adults assume this is just part of aging, but frequent nighttime urination, what doctors call nocturia, isn't just an inconvenience. It drains your energy, weakens your immune system, raises your risk of falling, and puts silent stress on your heart. In today's video, we're going to explore 7 simple daily habits you can start using right now to reduce or even stop those disruptive bathroom trips after age 70. These tips aren't about taking more pills or ignoring your body. They're practical, natural changes that thousands of seniors have used to regain better sleep, feel safer at night, and reconnect with their body's natural rhythm. This is especially important if you live alone, or if you've noticed that your body takes longer to bounce back than it used to. And the best part? You can start doing all of these things tonight, right at home. So, if you're tired of waking up every night, want to sleep through peacefully, and wake up feeling refreshed, again, stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have 7 clear tools you can use daily, and you just might start sleeping like you did years ago. Habit number 1, build a smart evening hydration routine. One of the most common mistakes older adults make is completely stopping water intake in the evening, thinking it will reduce bathroom trips. It sounds logical, less water in, less water out, right? Unfortunately, the body doesn't work that way. When you don't hydrate enough throughout the day and then cut off water suddenly in the evening, your body starts to hold on to fluids. It compensates later, often during the night, and that's when you wake up at 2 a.m. with an urgent need to pee. The real solution is to create a steady, consistent hydration rhythm during the day and gently taper off in the early evening. Here's how it looks. Drink a full glass of water when you wake up. Another mid-morning, one more at lunch, then another around 4 or 5 p.m. After that, only small sips if needed. This trains your body to release fluids earlier in the day, reducing pressure on your bladder at night. Let me share an example. Harold, a 76-year-old widower, used to wake up 4 times every night to pee. He felt constantly exhausted. But once he shifted his water intake to earlier in the day and stopped drinking fluids 2 hours before bedtime, his nighttime bathroom visits dropped to once or even none. His energy and mood improved dramatically. Also consider the habitual side of drinking. Many people sip tea after dinner or juice before bed out of routine or comfort. But after 70, your kidneys slow down, fluids stay in your system longer, and nighttime becomes a backlogged plumbing job. Here's what you can try tonight. Write down every glass of water you drink during the day. Notice when most of your fluids are consumed. If it's after 6 p.m., start shifting those earlier. This isn't about drinking less, it's about drinking smarter. The body responds to rhythm. When you give it a steady routine, it slowly starts to cooperate. You may not notice changes after just one night, but within a few days, you'll likely feel a difference. This one habit alone could significantly reduce your nighttime urination, and you won't need to change your diet or take any supplements. Just better timing. Habit number 2, create a sleep-friendly environment. You might think your bladder is to blame for waking you up, but often, it's your bedroom environment that's disrupting your sleep first. Here's why that matters. As we age, sleep becomes lighter and more fragile. That means minor annoyances, like a warm room, hallway light, or ticking clock, can nudge your brain into a semi-awake state. And once you're halfway awake, even a slight bladder sensation can feel urgent. In a deeper sleep, your brain might have ignored that signal, but in a lightly disturbed state it magnifies it. So here's what you can do. Keep the room cool, ideally between 60–67 degrees, 15 by 9 Eliminate light with blackout curtains or an eye mask. Remove irritating noises like ticking clocks or loud electronics. Consider white noise machines or soft background sound to maintain a soothing environment. Small environmental tweaks can prevent unnecessary awakenings, which means your bladder isn't being falsely triggered, and your sleep remains uninterrupted. When you wake up, especially in the early morning hours, you're more aware of body sensations than you might have been in your 30s or 40s. That includes your bladder. Take Frank, for example. He's 81. Every night he used to fall asleep in his recliner while watching the late news. Then around midnight, he'd wake up, shuffle to bed, and find himself getting up again just an hour later to pee. But something changed when he adjusted his nighttime routine. Instead of stimulating his mind with news and TV, Frank began unwinding, with soft music and dim lighting. His sleep deepened, and those longer stretches of rest meant he became less aware of minor bladder urges. His nightly bathroom trips were cut in half. There's a psychological element to this. Your brain is wired to respond to your environment. If there's light, sound, or motion, it sends a signal. Stay alert. And the more alert you are, the more intensely you feel any physical sensation, whether it's hunger, thirst, or the urge to pee, even if your bladder isn't truly full. So what can you do today to support deeper rest? First, start dimming the lights at least 2 hours before bed. This helps your brain ease into sleep mode. Second, cool your bedroom to around 65 to 67 degrees, 18-19 degrees. This has been shown to help older adults sleep more soundly. Third, use white noise or a fan to block out small background sounds. Believe it or not, even the soft hum of a refrigerator can disrupt sleep patterns without you realizing it. And don't overlook light pollution. A tiny glow from your alarm clock, TV standby light, or phone screen can trick your brain into staying awake. Cover it, unplug it, or move it out of sight. Do whatever you need to create a truly dark and calming space. When you give your body a peaceful environment to rest in, your bladder stops being the boss of your night. You sleep more deeply, and those bathroom trips begin to feel less frequent and far less urgent. If you're still watching and finding these tips helpful, comment number 2 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss the next helpful video. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs, empowers, and inspires. Habit number 3. Be smart about evening fluids. What you drink matters, but when you drink, it can matter even more. Many older adults make the mistake of loading up on water in the evening, thinking they're doing the right thing by staying hydrated. But no matter how healthy your intentions, your bladder doesn't care. It will wake you up. Let's talk about Carol. She's 74 and took pride in drinking her 8 glasses of water every day. But most of her intake happened at night. A tall glass with dinner, another with her evening pills, and often some tea or milk before bed. She was getting up 3 or 4 times every night. When she shifted most of her hydration to before 4 p.m. and had only small sips in the evening, her nightly trips to the bathroom dropped by half. That's a huge improvement with one simple change. This may feel counterintuitive. We've all been told to stay hydrated, especially as we get older. But hydration isn't just about quantity, it's about timing. Think of your bladder like a sink. If you trickle water into it slowly throughout the day, it handles the flow without issue. But if you blast water into it all at once in the evening, it overflows. And that's exactly what your bladder does at 2 a.m. There's also a habit loop involved. Many people reach for a drink before bed not because they're thirsty, but because it's comforting. A little tea, a bit of juice, maybe even a small glass of wine. Over time, this becomes a routine, and your bladder starts to anticipate it. So here's what you can try. Get most of your fluids before the late afternoon. Set a cutoff point, maybe around 6 p.m. Only sip water after that, and skip heavy liquids. Before bed, these small shifts in timing can make a big difference, and just like that, you're giving your body a better chance to rest, reset, and recover during the night, without interruption. Your body doesn't shut down at night, it keeps working, including your kidneys. So if you take in most of your fluids too late in the day, your body has no choice but to process them while you sleep. And that often leads to waking up with urgency. Here's the simple shift. Front-load your fluids. Aim to drink the majority of your water between morning and mid-afternoon. By the time evening rolls around, especially after 6 p.m., start to gently taper off. That doesn't mean you have to stop drinking entirely. Just sip enough to stay comfortable, not enough to keep your bladder on overtime while you're trying to rest. Also, be mindful of what you're drinking. Caffeine and alcohol can both irritate the bladder and act as diuretics, making nighttime trips more likely. Even decaf coffee or certain herbal teas can have mild laxative or diuretic effects. Swap those out in the evening for non-stimulating alternatives, like warm water with lemon or calming teas without bladder irritants, if any at all. This change may take a few days for your body to adjust, but when it does, the results can be powerful. You're not depriving yourself. You're simply working with your body's natural rhythm instead of against it. The reward? Fewer wake-ups, deeper, more restful sleep, and far less frustration at 2 a.m. Sometimes, it really does come down to something as small as when you take that last sip. Habit number 4. Strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. Most people focus only on what goes into their body when thinking about nighttime urination. But what about the muscles that are supposed to keep everything in? One of the most overlooked, yet incredibly effective tools is your pelvic floor. These muscles work like a hammock, supporting your bladder, bowels, and, if you're a woman, even your uterus. But just like any muscle, they weaken with age and lack of use. When that happens, you lose control, urgency increases, and nighttime interruptions become more common. Take Edward, a 76-year-old gentleman who never gave his pelvic muscles a second thought. He assumed waking up 3 or 4 times a night was just part of getting older. But after a physical therapist recommended pelvic floor exercises, also known as Kegels, he gave them a try. Within 3 weeks, his bathroom visits dropped noticeably. By 2 months, he went from 3 nightly trips to just 1. Pelvic floor exercises aren't complicated and they don't require any equipment. Here's how to do them. Imagine you're trying to stop the flow of urine midstream or hold in gas. That squeezing motion? That's your pelvic floor muscle. Tighten it, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then release. Repeat 10, 15 times per session, a few times a day. You can do this while brushing your teeth, waiting for your coffee, or during TV commercials. It's private, simple, and safe. No pills, no side effects, only benefits. At first, the changes might be subtle, but with consistency, strength builds. This isn't just about fewer trips to the bathroom. It's about regaining control and confidence. You're not at the mercy of aging. You're participating in your well-being, quietly, effectively, and on your own terms. If you've made it this far and these insights are helping, please comment number 4 below to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and tap the bell icon so you don't miss more tips like these. Your support helps us keep delivering helpful content that makes life better, one habit at a time. Habit number 5. Time your evening fluids the smart way. Here's something many older adults get wrong: drinking too much water at the wrong time, usually in the evening, and thinking it's always a good thing. Hydration is important. But when it comes to sleep and bladder control, timing is everything. The good news is you can stay fully hydrated and still cut down your nightly bathroom trips. The key is to drink smart. Your kidneys don't stop working while you sleep. They keep filtering fluids. So if you load up on water late in the day, say with dinner, evening medications, or bedtime routines, your body will have to deal with all that extra fluid in the middle of the night. To avoid this, drink water consistently throughout the day, with your biggest intake before mid-afternoon. After 6 or 7 p.m., switch to sips only, just enough to stay comfortable. Be mindful of beverages that irritate the bladder, like coffee, alcohol, or even sugary drinks. Think of your body like a sponge. It can only absorb so much at one time. So if you want to sleep soundly, don't soak it right before bed. The shift is simple, but the impact is huge. Less fluid at night means less kidney processing, less bladder stimulation, and far fewer wake-ups. You'll sleep longer, deeper, and wake up feeling more restored. As we age, certain changes in the body are inevitable, and one of those changes is how often we wake up at night to use the bathroom. After the age of 70, your body naturally produces less of a hormone called vasopressin. This hormone helps your body retain fluid during sleep. So even if you're drinking the same amount of water as before, your bladder may start filling up faster at night than it used to. That's why sipping tea, water, Or even having a bowl of soup late in the evening can push your bladder past its limit, waking you up before morning. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop drinking water altogether. Dehydration leads to its own set of problems: fatigue, dizziness, even confusion. That's not a good trade-off. The goal is smart hydration. Front-load your fluids, meaning get most of your water intake before 5 p.m. After that, ease back. Don't gulp large amounts, just sip what you truly need to feel comfortable. Also, consider what you're drinking. Caffeinated drinks like coffee or cola are diuretics, making you lose water faster and increasing urgency. Alcohol, even just a small glass of wine, can irritate the bladder and disrupt sleep. Here's a simple, effective routine. Start the day with a full glass of water. Sip small glasses throughout the day. By dinner time, begin to taper off. Keep a small glass by your bedside only if absolutely necessary, and avoid drinking it out of habit. This small adjustment in timing has helped many older adults reduce their nighttime trips to the bathroom from 3 or 4 times a night down to once, or none at all. It's not magic. It's simply understanding your aging body and working with it, not against it. Sometimes just shifting your water bottle to an earlier time of day can make a world of difference. More sleep, more comfort, more peace of mind. Habit 6. Support your pelvic floor. Every day, one of the most overlooked reasons older adults wake up to pee multiple times a night: a weakened pelvic floor. These muscles support the bladder, bowel, and, if you're a woman, the uterus. For men, they're essential for prostate and bladder control. But after 70, these muscles naturally weaken unless you actively work to keep them strong. When your pelvic floor isn't strong, your bladder becomes harder to control. You might feel sudden urgency, even if there's only a little urine inside. You might leak on the way to the bathroom, or feel like you didn't empty completely. This isn't just frustrating, it's exhausting. It impacts sleep, confidence, and even your social life. Here's the good news: you don't need fancy machines or expensive therapy. Pelvic floor exercises, also called Kegels, can be done anywhere. At breakfast, in bed, while watching TV, no one will know. To do them, squeeze the muscles you'd use to stop urine midstream. Hold for a few seconds. Release. Aim for 3 sets of 10 squeezes a day. That's it. Consistency matters more than intensity. Just like brushing your teeth keeps your gums healthy, daily pelvic floor work keeps your bladder in check. And no, it's not just for women. In fact, many men over 70 benefit even more from these exercises, especially those who've experienced prostate issues. One man, Roger, age 78, began doing Kegels after his doctor casually mentioned them. At first, he didn't expect much. 2. Simple, he said. But 2 months in, he went from 3 nighttime trips to just 1. His daytime energy improved. He felt less groggy, and the anxiety about rushing to the bathroom started to fade. That kind of quiet confidence is something every senior deserves. No equipment, no cost, no risk. Just your own awareness, and the choice to start today. So if you're serious about fewer bathroom interruptions at night, don't skip this. Make pelvic floor exercises as routine as brushing your teeth or taking your walk. The results may take time, but once they arrive, they're life-changing. If you found this helpful so far, please comment number 6 below to let us know you're still with us. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss another tip that supports your health and independence. Habit number 7. Create a relaxing wind-down routine. Before bed, many older adults assume their nighttime bathroom visits are all due to bladder changes. But often it's not just the bladder, it's the brain. As we get older, our sleep cycles change. After 70, we naturally spend less time in deep sleep. And when you don't reach those deeper stages, your body doesn't suppress the urge to urinate like it used to. Even a small amount of urine can feel urgent because your brain is too lightly asleep to ignore it. That's why creating a true bedtime wind-down routine is one of the most powerful steps you can take. Not just brushing your teeth or turning off the TV, really sending your brain the message, it's time to rest now. Some easy ways to do that. Dim the lights about an hour before bed. Play soft music or calming nature sounds. Do light stretching or take a warm bath. Sip a calming, non-bladder irritating tea like lemon balm or chamomile, if it works for you. Most importantly, calm your mind. Many seniors lie in bed thinking about health problems, regrets, or tomorrow's to-do list. That mental stress keeps your nervous system alert, leading to shallow sleep and more bathroom trips. Try this instead. Practice deep breathing. Do a short progressive muscle relaxation, or simply write down your thoughts in a notebook to get them off your mind. Take Helen, 83. She began doing a 10-minute breathing routine each night, just sitting quietly in her favorite chair, no phone, no distractions. After a few weeks, her bladder wasn't waking her up as much. She hadn't changed anything else, just her mental state at bedtime. We underestimate how much our mind affects the body. When your nervous system is calm, the bladder becomes less reactive, even if it has some urine inside. So if you're waking up multiple times a night, don't just blame your bladder. Ask yourself, what message are your nighttime habits sending to your body? Are you signaling rest or staying in alert mode? A relaxing bedtime routine isn't just a feel-good tip. It's a scientifically sound way to reduce nighttime urination and improve your quality of sleep. Final thoughts. Getting older doesn't mean you have to surrender your nights to bathroom trips, but many seniors silently accept it as part of aging, even when it doesn't have to be. Waking up more than twice a night to pee chips away at your sleep, your energy, and your overall health. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.